Well, on to air traffic controller furloughs. We've been talking about this all week. And, of course, it's continuing to cause headaches for flyers all across the country. House Republicans today grilling FAA Chief Michael Huerta on Capitol Hill today to find out if his agency made every effort possible to prevent these furloughs from happening in the first place. Meanwhile, the White House out today saying it's now open to changes in budget cuts in order to address these flight delays. Joining me now, Congressman Tom Latham, chairman of the Transportation, Housing and Urban Development Committee, who was there on Capitol Hill today. You know, I know you gave Huerta a big grilling. Were you satisfied with what he had to say?
Well, no, I wasn't. Quite honestly, my biggest concern is safety for the public. But having said that, and well, he confirmed that he thought the system was safe. But as far as the delays that are in place today, the trouble it's giving the public as far as getting from one place to another, missing flights, all of those things, it simply could have been avoided. The administration, when we did the continuing resolution, brought in a list of hundreds of what we call anomalies or changes to funding that would have stopped this disruption. They didn't ask for anything as far as air traffic controllers to change that. So it seems to me, and the Secretary LaHood has said previously, that it's going to be very, very painful. It just seems like they're trying to inflict as much pain on the public as possible.
You say you're worried about transportation safety, but
right.
You're also taking the GOP shots at the administration, saying that they didn't do everything they could do. Specifically, what should they have done in your view?
Well, they should have asked to have adjustments made as far as funding, what we call anomalies. When we did the continuing resolution, they brought down hundreds of different items that said that they wanted to change this because a department or an agency couldn't exist if we didn't have an increase, and they took money from elsewhere. That's exactly what we could have done with air traffic controllers if they would have made that a priority.
You know, we had a guest on, I believe yesterday, maybe the day before, who said that, you know, we've known since September these cuts were coming, and the FAA didn't put their hand up until the last minute to say, hey, this is going to cause major, major problems. From what I've seen, though, and you've got better data, I'm sure, than I do, the delays seem to be diminishing, perhaps. Monday, 1,200, Tuesday, 1,000. What's really going on here? Is it possible, and again, this is what we're hearing, that maybe some of this is self-inflicted, just a slowdown, if you will?
Well, I have great esteem and regard for air traffic controllers. They do a very, very great job in very difficult situations. I don't think that's the problem. It can be weather related at times, different parts of the country. Obviously, you're going to have more delays. But my problem is just with the FAA not really addressing this issue. They didn't talk to the airlines until last Tuesday to tell what what was going to happen as far as the furloughs for the air traffic controllers. They gave the airlines no opportunity to be able to adjust their schedules, and what that caused is the flying public to be really put in a situation where it's very disruptive for their
Congressman,
travel.
though, you know, the Democrats are blaming you guys. The Democrats are blaming the House, saying the Republicans' desire for budget cuts is causing all this pain. What do you say to that?
Well, the sequester is not the way to do it. And this was the president's idea. The president's press secretary said it was their idea. They insisted on this option in the Budget Control Act, and they have done nothing to mitigate the problems that are with it. And that is really what my concern is. Certainly, I'm as much of a fiscal conservative as anybody, but we have to set priorities. And to me, the travel for the public and air traffic controllers is a top priority.
Well, we've got a long way to go on this one, I'm afraid. Thanks so much for coming on, Chairman Latham. Appreciate your time. Hope we see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Gerri.